Send it. You want me to go through another 60 tanks right now? Knock it out? All right, chat. All right, you know what we're going to do then? We're going to take the next 20 tanks, we're going to take seriously. We're going to take them fully seriously like I've been taking these tanks. Then the last 40 tanks are going to be speed round. All right? We're going to do a faster one for the last 40 tanks. Make that one video. So we end up with 4 videos, not 5, because 5 is a little bit ridiculous. And we'll still give them proper attention. If there's a really nice tank, we'll still talk about it. But overall, I'm just going to try to get faster. All right, but for now, let's continue to focus, all right? Next tank. From Bleeding Gums. What an awful image. Why would you make that your username? Pretty. I love this wood. I never see like long, skinny wood in tanks, especially on the black substrate. It's really pretty. Pretty shrimp. This is really interesting. I like never see this. This is a top-heavy tank. Most tanks are completely bottom-heavy. All the decorations, all the plants, of course, because, you know, gravity, are on the bottom. Well, I guess it's more density than gravity, but everything's usually on the bottom. This is, yeah, this looks like a forest. This is interesting. Which gives me an idea for, like, are there trees that can grow under, like, partially underwater? And if so, can you make bonsai trees, put them in a fish tank, and have a literal underwater forest? If so, that'd probably take a lot of work, but someone needs to do that because that would be sick. I love bonsai trees. Yeah, that's pretty cool. A nice tank. I don't think I've ever seen that design before. I think I would probably give it like a 7.5 because it's nice, but not like super symmetrical or well put together or anything. But because it's a unique thing, I think I'm gonna give it an 8. I'll give you an 8 for that. Definitely not an owl. Okay, cool. Wait, what is that? What the F is that? What demonic fish that I have never seen before are you hiding in that tank? What is that? Did you write what it is? I'm trying to get a pair of pygmy sunfish. A juvenile marbled goby. Sick. That's pretty cool. Marbled goby is a really cool fish. And they're trying to put pygmy sunfish in here. Well, I applaud the attempt to get some native American fish. Well, who knows, you might not be from America and then they're not native to you, but native to me, I like when people keep native fish. I'm waiting for someone to give me a shiner tank so I can give them a 10. This is a 6. I don't know. The tanks were a little dirty and then a little uninteresting, but I think you're getting there. Dynamo Terror, I feel like you have submitted to this contest before and I have rated your tanks before. Have things changed? Whoa. I don't remember this. Back to the roots? Are these the roots of plants? What? Top component contains clay pebble substrate, which my family uses to sprout radish seedlings for salad and sandwich toppings. The fish and snail provide fertilizer to the plant's roots as water is pumped into the top compartment, which in turn cleans the water as it falls back in the aquarium compartment. Okay, so you've created a decoupled aquaponic system, but it's cool. The concept is pretty cool. The tank itself is kind of abysmal, though. Are these metallic shiners? Are these Pteronotropis? No way, right? These have to be foreign. These can't be. This has to be some like South American fish that I'm forgetting exists. There's no way you caught metallic shiners or Pteronotropis and put them in. Oh, white cloud mountain minnow. What are white cloud mountain minnow? People tell me that a lot, but I don't know what it is. Tanichthyes? Oh. Wow, they look a lot like Pteronotropis. Like, look at this fish, right? Take it in, and let me show you metallic shiner. Similar vibes. Literally, spot on the tail, the overall coloration, fin shape, and everything. Very similar vibes. Like, look at that. Interesting. But okay, good to know. Not metallic shiners. Native to China. They're very cute. Same vibes. Yeah. I don't know. The tank's kind of ugly. Clearly have a bit of an algae problem. Seems like very soon you're going to have a bit of a snail problem based on this guy in the back. But the concept's cool. I like decoupled aquaponics. I worked on a project with decoupled aquaponics. I'll give you a 6.5. All right, Lord Kitten. Okay. Some greenery viewage. Cute. Very adorable. More greenery viewage. Cool. Pretty nice. It's weird not to get an overall view of the whole tank. Usually people submit me a view of the entire tank, but oh well. I don't know what's with the, what is this, a dinosaur skull? T-Rex skull? It's cute. Again, like most tanks are bottom heavy, which is why that other tank that was top heavy was interesting. I can't get a great sense of the tank because I don't have a full image of the tank, but from the vibes I'm getting, there's like a lot of fish for the space, probably too much for me visually. Again, not bioload. When I say that a tank is overstocked, I don't always mean that it's like there's too many fish to survive. I mean that like, really you should be going nowhere near the stocking limit with fish for visual appeal. I mean, when there's just too much stuff going on, it tends to take away from the tank. And some fish just look good in certain tanks, some don't. I don't think the neon tetras really go with like a greenery. I think they're more meant for like a solid background. But oh well. It's a 6.5. It's a nice tank. Harrison. Whoa. Yeah, this looks like the tank of a rich person. This looks like the tank that would be in like your rich friend's house. Oh, they have a Roomba. Oh, it's called an Oofy, I guess, but Roomba. Goddamn, those are some big loaches on the bottom. You got discuses. Those guys, I think blunt nose minnow. A few other rescue. Oh, torpedo barbs. My God, why does every fish look like every other fish? What? Do they have an uncolored one? Bro, it just, I swear it looked like a blunt nose minnow. I guess it looks more unique in that picture, but I don't know, this tank bores me. My standards are going up as we go along because I've seen so many tanks. If this was the first tank that I had seen today, I probably give it like a 7.5. But right now I'm going to give it a 6.5 because it's kind of boring me. And forgive me, but I've looked through 45 tanks already. Oh, pretty. That is a very pretty tank. I'm going to guess it's overstocked by the amount of fish that I can see, but I don't really know. Is your glass scratched? Or is that filaments from a plant? Hopefully these are filaments from a plant and not giant scratches on your glass. This piece of driftwood is magnificent. I don't know how much you paid for this driftwood or if you somehow found it, but that is a very, very nice piece of driftwood. And it is single-handedly carrying your tank. The plants are somewhat poorly placed. I mean, this little carpet here is cute. I think there's too many fish. But black substrate and beautiful driftwood. And look, now I know what this fish is. It's a white cloud mountain minnow. That's a 7 from me. Mailman. Alright, mailman, what do you got for me? Hey, I'm a mailman too. Look at that. I deliver the mail. What the balls? That is a big ass angelfish. Or a small ass tank. Is this confusing perspective? What is going on here? Are these scratches? What? That's a different tank. What is this? A plant? Or is the glass shattering? It does look kind of cramped. I usually like forested, heavy forest type tanks, but that works well when like you have smaller fish that can explore through it. This fish is just stuck. He just does not have much room. I mean, this fish is vibing. This fish over here is having the time of his life in this area. As angelfish, kind of ugly though. Imposter among you. Another rich person tank. It's in the middle of like a giant room. They got a tank just because their kid wanted a tank. Threw some shit in it. Yeah, sure, let's put some like rocks and sand and stuff, and yeah, that works. Yeah, what fish you on there? I don't know, just put whatever the hell. What is this assemblage? Plecomastis? I've never heard of whatever these fish are. I noticed them immediately, these guys. I've never heard of what they are. Interesting. I'm bored. I'll give it a 6. Boring. Fish Daniel. Alright, Fish Daniel. What you got for me? You are Fish Daniel. Named yourself after the hobby. Don't disappoint. Okay, cool structure. I like the white cabinet. I think there's probably too many fish in that tank for the size of it. The substrate is a little bad on the eyes. I think the idea of an asymmetrical tank is interesting, and I like it. I like everything being sort of pushed into a corner, plant and driftwood wise, and then having some open space for things to roam. This helps the like overcrowding issue of plants that some of the heavily planted tanks have. But yeah, it's pretty. Water's a little yellow, which isn't always the worst. Substrate is not my favorite, and I think there's too many fish. But I'll give it a 6. Nothing appalling. All right, Toaster. This is my first tank. I got into the hobby because of this channel. All right, chat. Do you think that their tank is good or bad? They got into the hobby specifically because of my channel. God damn. Hey, I should get more people into fish keeping. That's a nice ass tank. Apparently, people who get into fish keeping the right way end up looking good. If you get into fish keeping from watching TikToks, you put your fish in a bowl. This is proof that the media is ruining our children's brains. That's my conclusion. If everybody just watched science YouTubers, things like this would happen. The Guppy and Neon Tetra and Otto vibe is not the best. You know, the fish assemblage is a bit off here. It's giving me weird vibes, just like the cheapest stuff, the cheapest little fish the aquarium store had, like very common things. I feel like with a tank this nice, you could put something interesting in it. But maybe these are the fish that you find interesting, and it is your tank, and that is cool. You do what you find interesting. But this is a very, very nice tank, and I think with some cool fish in it, it would look really awesome. I love those rocks. I don't know how you got those rocks, if those are local or they were just highly expensive at an aquarium store, but very nice. Spent the whole budget on the tank. Had $5 left to spend on the fish. I don't know, just give me some tetras, a guppy, and some ottos. I'll give it an 8. That is a very nice tank. Zemblanity. My grandma's tank. Swordtail hybrid. Oh, I don't know anything about that. Neither us nor the fish store owner have seen anything like it. Well, a fish store owner not knowing what a fish is not exactly a sign for concern. It's actually one of the most common things in existence. Fish store owners are not usually the best. My God. This is your hybrid swordtail thing? I don't know. I don't know those type of fish very well. Kind of just looks messy. It looks like an overgrown garden. Like, I like the concept. The rocks, the driftwood seem well placed, the plants. But the plants are all kind of growing long and stringy and in every direction, and it's kind of odd to look at. The path in the middle is nice. I will give you that. I like this. To the fish, this is the void. This is like the giant drop-off. I am a fan of this. I'll give it a 6. It could be cleaned up. I think cleaned up, that's a really nice concept for a tank. Oh my God. This person left me a bulleted list of the things that are stocked in their tank. All right. Whoa. That is some clean water. It doesn't even look like there's water in there until you look at the top. Ories, angelfish. Cute. This is a very typical, like, good fish keeper tank. Like, you are a good fish keeper. You know how to take care of fish. You probably care about your fish, and you probably care about the aesthetic appeal of your fish. But also, it's boring. And I don't. Why does this plant have a label in it? Why are you? That's a. For the vibes of this tank, it does not fit the aesthetic. Also, you're going to need a bit more substrate. Apparently, you've run out of substrate here, which does not look the best either. But overall, it's a pretty tank, well aesthetic, and I'm a fan. I give it a 6.5. All right, Vec. I got it as a gift from my cousin when his fish died. Bashir. What? Wait. Please tell me that's not a real... please tell me it's a different tank. I think it's a different tank. I was like, why is a starfish and a Bashir in the same tank? A cute puffer fish. Oh my God, why are so many different tanks? Another low resolution image. Oh my God. Okay, it's freaking out on my screen. I can't zoom in on this image. This is very confusing. Is the Bashir in here? No, that's a different substrate. Are there 3 different tanks? These are just... That's not an eel. He said deciding on the eel's name. That's a Bashir. It's not an eel. Oh God. Oh god, this tank is nice. If you had just submitted this, I mean, it's low resolution, but I would have tried my best. But calling this an eel, and why is there a starfish and pufferfish thrown in here? This is confusing. I'm gonna give it it's a 5. I don't know. I'm confused. All right, Noir. Started aquarium keeping 6 months ago. I think I've progressed a lot. Here's a question: if you started 6 months ago, were you watching me 6 months ago? Oh, this one actually doesn't have water in it. I was like, wow, the water's so clear you can't even tell it's in there. No, it's just empty. That is a photo of you and your friends. Okay. Need to look at the other photos to make sure. Okay. The other photos are in fact fish tanks. They just threw in a photo of them and their friends amongst the aquariums. They are very, very nice aquariums. I will give them that. That is a very, very pretty aquarium. Overstocked as hell. Very pretty. Love this. The autos are cute, though they're not the best aesthetic for that. The world is their fish tank. They are merely fish in the tank of the world. Very well done tanks. I mean, these are incredibly well escaped. Like 3 totally unique tanks. Very impressive. Big fan of the tanks. These people are fine, I guess. Cool suit. I like this guy. This guy has style. Someone give this guy a raise at wherever he works. I like that. Actually, the black undershirt. Maybe I'm not a... Wait, is this... Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of the black undershirt. And this guy, oh my god, what is that? Cute, though. Yeah, no, these tanks are very nice. 8.5. It did not bore me. We take it. Mac Daddy Diddle. God, I hate some of your usernames. You understand that people call you the things that you name yourself online. Why is it all videos? Oh, was that a fire eel? Or a spiny eel? Spiny eel. Cool. Cute. Did he just feed them? Is that... Yeah, he just fed them. That's what all the debris is. Betta fish. Wow, I love this substrate. I love like the very natural leaf litter type substrate. That's very cool. This tank is ugly. Ugly and overstocked. I don't like that tank. This one's nice. I like this one. This one's kind of eh. What the hell are those fish? What are those? What? Do you have an explanation? With killifish. What killifish? What killie looks like that? I don't know. Some of these tanks are really nice. I'm a fan of a couple of these. This one's ugly, though. This one's not the best. But this tank, this is my favorite. I like the grass. But it's so overstocked, man. Put less damn fish in your tank. You don't need a fish in every direction that you look at. I'll give it a 7. Very messy, but this is my first aquarium setup ever. Whoa. It is messy, but you know what? As long as there's surface to access, I'm sure your betta fish is absolutely loving it. Messy or not. This is very pretty. Yeah, no, it needs like trimming, any sort of organizational system whatsoever, some sort of hardscaping to balance it out, though I don't know, is that a rock? But hey, yeah, it's pretty. I'll give you it's a pretty fish too. I'll give you a 6. Good job. Good job on your first tank. Turtle PNG. Nice. I like the driftwood that goes top to bottom. Driftwood that fills vertical space is very interesting to me. I'm a fan of that. Uneven substrate doesn't look good in this tank. I was complimenting that. And also this is weird. It looks like a deer pooped along the edge, the black substrate here. I think I get the kind of aesthetic you're trying to go through with like mixing the substrates and stuff, but not a huge fan. This carpet's cool. These plants are decently well placed. I really like this piece of driftwood. Cute fish. Spiny onyx. Hey, I know spiny onyx. I see their name all the time. I don't know if it's in Discord or... My Blackwater native tank. Yo, wait. Native? Why are there Pongios? Oh, you're from Malaysia? Oh my god. Native Malaysian fish. I was like... Whoa, cool. You live in Malaysia and have a native tank? Did you go out and catch them yourself? That's sick. If you need spots for fish, I have spots for fish. If you see anything on iNaturalist that you need. That isn't endangered, obviously. Wow. Cool. Native Malaysian tank is a really cool idea. I thought I was confused when it said native tank and then it was a bunch of typical aquarium fish, but you know, to some people, what you can buy at an aquarium store here in the States is native fish. So, really cool. Terima kasih. I give it a 7.5. I give it an 8. I give it an 8. That's a good tank. It's a nice tank. It did not wow me with like the organization and the cleanliness and stuff, but it was a good tank. All right, 2 more. I had this tank for about 2 months. Oh my. Those are some good-sized goldfish. Some pretty shallow water. Be more well fit for a betta fish. This is what I meant when this is what I usually see when I see the long tanks. Yeah, this is interesting. Fake plants, weird structure thing, giant goldfish in a long tank for some reason. I don't know, it's fine. Somebody probably loves this aquarium. I don't. It's a 5. All right, last one for now. Baconator. See what you got. Very pretty. I like the lighting. It's kind of way too bright in the spot that it's in, but once it hits the water, it's very nice. Oh my god, I've never seen tiny aquatic plant pots. This is adorable. I want this. These tiny plant pots. That's adorable. Love that. I like that tank less. These roots are way too dark and contrasting everything else in the tank in a way that I think is not aesthetically appealing. You really like the whole leaf litter vibe, huh? Just putting dead leaves in there, bay leaves or whatever. Cool. Again, I don't really like whatever's making these dark roots. Either it needs to be trimmed or just not utilized at all. But you clearly have a very good sense of how to make a pretty tank, and I love these things. These are adorable. I will give you a 6.5. Okay.